Hello, my little tiddlywinks, and welcome back to Prison Architect. So I just came on, and instantly we passed the one of the grants that we were working on. I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was the one where they were supposed to make the license plates for us. And I think we just, as I loaded in, it had sold them. But then I also noticed this is saying something's wrong. It's saying that it's not indoors anymore. And it's because we didn't fill in one of these spaces. That was my fault. Now you can see, things look a little bit different than last time. Because they actually did an update. I think it was actually yesterday, maybe the day before. You'll see, like, some of these, they have a different color to them now. They're not as dark or see-through as they were. They're a little bit more opaque, and you can see them a little bit better, which is nice. I like it. From what I know, this was the final update. Like, it was the last one. So this game is, like, officially up to par of what they want. I think at least the PC version. I believe that they have another version for, like, Xbox that they're working on. So it'll be really cool to see some of the updates. I don't think they actually really did much in terms of gameplay. They do have the option, I believe, in through here you can actually do, when you create a new prison, you can use a cheats mode, which allows you to see some of the like extra skills and stuff. Like, I was watching a quick video on what they were showing, and they were like, yeah, you can click an option and you'll see where, like, prisoners are going to actually, like, dig their way out, and you can watch the path that they plan to use, and it's actually really cool. It's a really neat feature, especially if you're, like, just winging it and want to design your own prison. You don't want to, you know, things are instant. Like, you know, it took forever to build some of these places, but it builds everything instantly for you. Super cool. It's wonderful. You can actually, like, make water, which I think they said that they added. I don't see it, so it might only be under the cheat code method. We're not doing that, but we have a buttload of money. We passed that grant. It gave us good money. We're getting people out. We've got all these, you know, people that are getting released. We're doing good. And like I said, I think the grant that we just finished was yeah, I'm gonna guess the last one we just did was this. Oh, it doesn't put anything in order. But yeah, I assume it was the one for license plates. Now becomes the question, what's the next one we want? I mean, we could do this long-term investment, makes us a little bit of money, but we don't really have to do anything, which might actually be worth just starting up. Because what we're going to also work on right now is going to be this government security rating, so we're going to get this going. So I think what we'll do is we'll get this long-term investment going, just so we have it. For the most part, our people are pretty happy. They're not doing, you know, terrible. We're doing okay on power. Temperatures should be good. This is always something nice to just keep paying attention to, you know. Like, make sure nobody's freezing. Like, we might want to put something in the laundry, but I think it's warm enough in there. You can always look at your room quality. Like, right now, these are really bad. Like, they're only 3 out of, you know, and they want 7 is what they're supposed to be entitled to. Whereas, like, these ones that we started with, these guys are like 5s. There are people that are supposed to be getting 10 rooms. So we might have to start getting some nicer upgraded rooms for people here eventually. But for right now, I'm just going to keep powering through these just so that we get the money and things are up and running. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our rooms, because we need to get dog handlers and armed guards. Now to do that, oh, look at this screen. Oh, this is beautiful. They updated that for sure. So we've already done the research for them. We've got the dogs, we've got the armory. Good. It's really all we technically need. We can get these getting going. I prefer having those tasers and that body armor. Really helpful. So what we will go ahead and do is to get... So like in here, if you want to get these armed guards, see how it says 0 out of 0? You can't hire them unless you have at least the armory and enough of the, I believe it's the lockers, to give them their supplies. So the armory is just a room, doesn't have any size requirements, it's just indoors, needs to have the weapon racks, guard locker, and table. So I'm going to just kind of continue on this building, I think, just for the hell of it. You can put it anywhere, it doesn't make any real difference. But I'm just going to make this, you know, nice administrative building. So we're going to make that like 10 long just to have it. And we are definitely going to make this to have... Look at how nice this looks! Oh, I love it. So we're going to put a staff door in here. Bam. So only staff can go in. You don't want your prisoners getting in here. It's a horrible idea. So make sure to look out for that. Now, something that I was kind of hoping they would add into the game was, like, you can see over here, like, with temperature, like, these rooms are cold, but your staff are not affected by temperature, which is kind of weird. I always thought that would be neat for them to add in, but it just never happened, I guess. That's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. So we should finish this off here eventually. Maybe. At some point. I might end up moving all of this at some point too. I haven't really decided. But for now, that's going to be our armory. So again, make sure to label your rooms. Especially because that basically just gives you the ability to, you know, get it. So there's the table. We need to have at least 2 for our grants. We'll have 2 guard towers. You need to put a weapons rack in. I don't know what kind of weapons they have, but those look like the ones over here on the side are like some crazy ray guns. Don't quite know what those are supposed to be, but you know what? That's okay. So this room needs to have some electricity. You run that over. In all honesty, I don't think you actually technically need to have these powered. There's no reason to, but I'm just always annoyed by those stupid little flashing light signs, so we'll let them finish that off. So the other thing is at some point, we're going to have to put another office in. I think... Is it the right size? Yeah. 4x4. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. So we're going to put an office in here. Just let them do it. I wish they would have put... Oh, we need a door. Always need them stupid doors. There we go. And I wish they would have just, you know, finished that wall and just make it a wall. Come on, get that door in there. Go, go, go! So that is one thing that would be nice, is if we did have that instant build thing. Anyway, one of the staff that we don't have is which I'm not too worried about, but we will make that an office at some point. But in the meantime, what we do need to do is we need to make a kennel. So what I tend to just use is just a fence. I think out of all the things, it probably looks the nicest for what we're doing. I'm just going to attach this onto the edge of this this armory. We're going to put a staff door here. I think this is enough space. 1, 2, 3, 4. It might have to be 5x5s. But something else that I wish they would change. Yeah, see, it's going to want 5x5, but it doesn't matter, you know, how wide you're making it. So it's kind of really annoying. And I wish they would have that changed a little bit. So for now, we're going to have to go ahead and demolish these. Have them take this and... See, I really like this. They actually, like, changed all these, like, these menus. They look really nice. Something else I'm going to have them just do right away. Put some lights in. It's so hard to see half the time. So again, we'll have to extend this fence a little bit. Won't be a big deal. Staff door. Now we should be able to make that into an actual kennel. Come on. Oh, they gotta put that door in. Come on. Anyway, while we wait, we can get these dog crates going. Not really sure which way they're actually supposed to go. I don't know if it actually makes a difference. We're just gonna throw 4 in for the hell of it. And once they actually finish this off, we will be able to get some dog handlers. Now, wait for that, we have made a change. You can see here that we are now 0 out of 2. So we can go ahead and get 2 of these. But you can see they cost 1,500 a piece, plus because we have tasers, that costs extra, and they are pricey per day at 350, compared to the normal guards at only 100. But we also have the ability now to get dog handlers. You can buy loads of these, but they need to have dogs. So if you go ahead, I'm just going to get 2 because it's all we need. And then what we have to do is just assign these guys to patrols. So that's all done through deployment. See, we have dog patrols. I usually like to have the dogs, walk in the perimeter as much as possible, because that's where your prisoner's going to dig out. And because of our warden, we get extra percentage of them being able to find those tunnels and destroy them. So we'll get those 2 going. The little bell means we pass one of those. Then we also need our armed patrols. We will just get these guys just out here for now, just to do it. And I love the little old printer noise they got for that. Pretty interesting. It's like, did you ever watch the show Lost? It was a really cool show. I loved it to death. And I was watching it recently, and I was like, what was the noises that they were using to make that smoke monster? You know what it was? That ticking noise it made? It was a New York City cab receipt printer. That's what they used. Absolutely genius. Especially because in the show, one of the characters that lived in the Bronx knew the noise, and she actually said it sounded familiar. Oh man, do you see this? It is snowing. It's a really cool feature. I do like that they do that in the game. But when it's snowing, you definitely have to make sure that all these temperatures are staying good. Because places like out here, they're going to complain that it's cold. It's no fun. So, yeah, just make sure that, temperature's down to 27. That's no big deal for, us New Yorkers, but, elsewhere they'll complain. Now, something else that was big that I was noticing, we're actually almost full on these tables, so we're going to want to increase... Uh-oh, what was that? What happened? I heard an awful noise. Sounded like something bad happened. Must be somebody got hurt. 20 serious complaints. Don't see anybody with problems. Whatever. I don't see anybody in solitary, which is usually when, somebody does something bad. But yeah, like you can see, most of these tables get pretty full, so what I think we need to do is go ahead and just extend these out. And am I crazy, or did they change the color, of placing things? Like, those look blue. Maybe it's just the tables and I'm just, losing my mind. Alright, so there we go. So, can't do much here on these. These are just going to be a passive thing that's going to happen over time. Our funds, those are going to come in a few days, so we can't do much there. So let's see what other grants we've got left. We could do things like max section infrastructure. This could be a little bit of a pricey one to work on. It actually takes quite a bit because you have to unlock body armor, you get the tasers, build the CCTV, the closed-circuit television monitors, place cameras. It can be worth doing, but, really, so far, I've seen one person comment that said that they would like to see us, be nice to our prisoners. For the most part, try and just, stick with a minimum security for now. Maybe later we'll change that. Maybe once we get this whole section filled up with nothing but these minimum security cells, and maybe we'll do some dorm rooms at some point, but stick with the minimum security, because like I said, we're making good money. I mean, we're making... If we had higher risk prisoners, we would make more money daily. But for now, we're doing more money, I think, just from releasing. Now, what's cool about this game, something that I absolutely love, is you can actually sell your shares, so you can make money, which is based off of your prison's actual, like, value. So you can see here, the prison value, the bricks, the mortars, that's all the structure you build, fixtures, so that's everything you put in, stock and materials, so everything that you have hidden away in, like, you know, these little storage rooms, bank loans, cash, prisoner capacity, you get some money worth that, how much staff you got going. It's actually really cool, and you are penalized, though, based on deaths, escapes. But you can see here our total is 280,000. And if I wanted to, I could sell this prison for that price, which is really cool. And then you can start a new prison, and your starting money will be that 280,000, so you can get going a lot faster. It's a really neat feature. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. But right now, it's not a big deal for us. I'd like to rather just play this prison for a long time, and then maybe we'll sell it and go from there, and we'll have some input from you guys as to what we should do. Anyway, like I was doing, I was looking at the grants, got on that little tangent there, and what we probably want to do, in my opinion, is maybe work on getting up to cell block B, so increasing our capacity. It'd be nice to be able to do that. It's going to cost us a lot of money, but getting more prisoners means you get more money per day, as well as increase the rate at which people get released. So it's like a double win, I suppose. So in all honesty, I think this is going to be our best bet to go for, is just increasing it to 100. Things like the Carpentry Apprentice, I've had difficulty in the past, at least until I have like 100 prisoners. So that might be something that we're going to work on. I think something else I want to do is try and expand this workshop a little bit more, because we're going to need to, especially to be able to do that Carpentry Apprentice. This is a really easy one we could do in 2 seconds. It wouldn't, well, it would be a couple days in the game, so it wouldn't be too bad. Really, what you have to do is, for 2 days, serve only one meal at low quality, low variety, and then for 2 days, serve 3 high variety, high quality meals for 2 days. We'll probably do that one a little bit later. It's kind of annoying, and it's kind of a dumb thing. And really what it was for was the game developers wanted you to see that you can change that. So like I said before, it's in here in this nutritional policy tab. Really what they wanted you to know is that if you change this to being, you know, low quality, you can see it's now $6. You can have, you know, no variety. It's $1 per prisoner. That's dirt cheap and awful. But your prisoners are going to suffer for it. They're going to be unhappy. They're going to, you know, eventually riot. They get sick. So it's better to have stuff like this. Like maybe having high variety is fantastic. That means more money that we're going to have to pay for it. But their health's going to go up. So maybe just boosting this up now, might as well do it, just to have it. I'd rather our prisoners be happy and healthy, especially because these are pretty low offenders. I mean, we don't have any prisoners that are even normal risk, and most of these gals have probably not done anything bad. So, like, you know, what, she did some forgery, oh no, that's not too bad, I suppose. Or, I don't know, what did you do? Sets to 1 year for multiple crimes including dangerous driving, perjury, death by dangerous driving. Ooh, well, she's pretty bad, actually. Kind of surprised that, you know, she's not a little bit higher security. Anywho, I'm going to work on getting some, did I not add that grant in? Thought I did. There we go. So I'm going to work on expanding a little bit. I'm probably going to buff up these rooms as well, so they're a little bit higher quality. At least they match up to our original ones that we built. They have much higher ratings than, you know, I mean, these are at least 5, which isn't terrible, I suppose. But you can see that some of these people are like 10s, which is quite a bit. I think we'll actually have to get pretty much everything. So we'd have to get room size up to 16, outdoor window, office desk, bookshelf, and chairs. That would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So yeah, we'd have to give them all of that just to get their ratings up that high. So that'll be interesting. We're going to have to work on that. Because these, I think pretty much the maximum any of these would be able to go to is 5. There's no more room, really. I mean, we could put a chair in there in a weird spot, but I think what we'll do... Maybe we'll try and make a couple of these work out as, you know, high-end rooms. Let's do this. Let's make a couple of these, you know, really nice rooms. We'll just do this right on camera. So we need to have 16 squares. So ours right now are in the 9 squares, so that's not very good. So that's, you know... So we need to have, what, a 4x4 room? So... let's go ahead and do that. Let's get, let's see, it'd be a 6 by 5 for this room, which is such a silly thing. I wish there wasn't such a silly way to do it, but needless to say, let's get ourselves a jail door, and we'll put it right there. Now we'll just have to wait for our little guys to come over here. Then probably what I'll do is I'll go ahead and maybe make some of these just really nice prison cells. It's going to be pretty tough, in all honesty, because we've spaced everything out so nicely, and I want to keep them in here, away from the outer edge as much as we can, so that if they do try and escape, they still have to dig through a bunch of foundation. So maybe I'm just going to make this workshop go all the way down, have a ginormous workshop. Now you can see here, we just had some escapes, which is not good. The dogs found it, but it was way too late, and we had a couple prisoners make it out. So that's not good at all. Oh man, there comes another one. Let's quickly do a lockdown. Make all of these shut. And then we're gonna come in here and go into, I think, materials. So don't know exactly where they tunneled to. And I guess probably one of these rooms. What? I have never seen that before. That is amazing. Okay, we have to turn off the lockdown. I don't think any of our guys can get there. So yeah, there is the tunnel. That's the tunnel they dug. That is impressive. There was a couple guys got together. That's impressive, in all honesty. So let's go ahead and let's remove all... Look at that, even down to here. Oof. So this is why you need to have these walls out here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this room up. So, like we showed before, what we need to have is kind of the same thing as usual. So let's go ahead and make this a cell. It was really weird. Why did it go dark for a second? Interesting. Anyway, so minimum needs, we need to have bed, we need to have toilet. Come on, there we go. And we've been trying to make sure that we keep up with shower somewhere. This. And a radiator. Now the other things they need to have are a TV. Oh, let's put it right there. Put the TV in there. And you can see what's nice is they're showing us the other things that they can put in that room. Like they want a chair, bookshelf, an office desk, I believe are the other things that they say to use. So yeah, so this room should show, yeah, so we got the 16 squares, so we've already got 3. So we need to have a window, an office desk, a shower head, TV, radio, bookshelf, and a chair. not a table, just the office desk. Okay. So, this office desk is pretty big, so let's go ahead and put that right there. Put the chair right next to it. You know, where chairs are kind of supposed to go. Let's put the bookshelf here. And put the radio. Let's put it here. And then we can put that window right here. Now for that window to work, it has to actually be on to the outside, so we can't put a cell directly here. But technically, we could put, you know, a one space and then another wall, and that would still count. What we might end up just doing, because we're nice guys, is putting in some trees in here and leaving them space. And then we'll build the other wall over here, so they'll have some trees. So these guys have really nice cells. Build some grass out here. It'll be real nice. Just can't forget, always do the utilities. This is completely different. It's really different. And we need to put in hot water. Hopefully this is still reaching. Man, that sucks that all those prisoners escaped. That was a lot of people. Oof. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build up this outer wall. I'm not going to be too worried about making a bunch of cells, but you know, if that's already happened, I'm going to start a shakedown. And I'm also going to hire us a few more staff. I think it's going to be worth it to throw in a few more guards. Just to have them. This will help increase the speed, and it's going to increase the rate at which they catch these prisoners trying to escape. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build some of this wall out here, and hopefully so that we can help prevent prisoners from escaping. So I will be right back. Hello and welcome back. We have a fire. So this happens every so often, not much you can do about it. What I have not done, sadly, is put in sprinkler systems yet. That's something that we should have probably done. But we have this emergencies button, and we can call for the fire engines. Let's go ahead and get 2 of them right away. And all you have to do is click on them, and you can direct them to get in here. It's right click, and they'll come running. We'll get them there, hopefully. It looks like they're just going to walk up outside. Let's just let them go that far, I guess. Hopefully they get here ASAP. What I'm also going to do... Oh, I probably can't do that. Okay, they're coming faster than I thought. Alright, get in here, guys. Oh man, somebody died. Oh no. It might have been one of our actual guys. I'd be surprised if a prisoner was in there right now. So, that's a lesson for everybody to learn. Make sure to, you know, put in sprinkler systems. I mean, if the fire had been at the same time... Oh, look at this. Look at this awfulness. Oh boy, all the prisoners are escaping. Because there's a big hole. So what I'm going to do, quickly, is throw a bunch of guards down here. Because these guys' only way out is through these. Hopefully, guards will do something? Nothing? Seriously? Nothing. They did nothing. For realsies. Those guards are just letting people walk out. And there is nothing we can do. We are getting an awful rating. You know, like, one of them's chasing, but, like, most of them aren't doing a damn thing. And we aren't going to be able to do much in the meantime, because all of this was destroyed. They wrecked it. And everything is blocked. We can't do anything. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of prisoners. Do a lockdown and send everybody. Can we lock that one open? Okay. Come on, send all these prisoners. Like, all these prisoners here, these are like the dumb prisoners. They're just like sitting here. She's like overheating. They all overheating? Okay, come on, guys. Lock down these prisoners. We lost a lot of them. Send everybody back. Jeepers creepers. Well, I'm gonna try and clean up this mess. I was gonna bring you back and, you know, show you the fire and send these guys home now. Maybe. Oh, they're probably locked in now. Oh, there we go. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? So this is why you want to have these perimeter walls. I mean, I've got 2 done. This one cost about 31 grand. This was like 40 grand, I think, or maybe that was about the same. No, this was a little bit less. I think it was like 26. So, yeah, it's very expensive. We don't even have the money to make another one. But hopefully we don't have any more prisoners making a run for it. Oh yeah, we caught, looks like most of them. Nope, here they go. So you can see they are beating each other up. This poor guy's injured. Oh yeah. Hurry up, old guard dudes. Oh yeah. Terrible. Let's just get some more of these guys. Them grabbing more people. Even is that? Oh, one of the notebook pages. These are really cool. They're like hints and notes and stuff. They help out quite a bit. Like you can see here, these core items, weapons, escape tools. Super cool to read these. They're absolutely nifty. They got some drawings on them. Haven't collected nearly all of them, but they're really cool to have. I think you get a Steam achievement thing for getting all of them. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. At least until everybody goes back to their cells and... What are you... Visitors just, like, walking through my prison. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that for now, and we're gonna try and get everything repaired and fixed up. But see you guys in the next episode. Lots of fun-filled miserableness, you know. Anywho, hope you guys had fun. I certainly did. At least until the very end there with that fire. Hint, hint, always put in those, fire suppression systems, the sprinklers. Anywho, like I said, you guys had fun. I did. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, stay in trouble.